Hello, welcome back to the channel. We're still in Dublin. I'm actually up here on the north side of the city. Hang on, I'll spin you around. Outside Connolly Station and the Address Hotel. If you're looking for, I suppose, reasonably priced, the Address Hotel comes under that, but well, still already many a time. There's nowhere in Dublin that's really reasonably priced. They do have a restaurant attached to it. So as you can see, peckish, ravenous. Okay, if you're ravenous, it's going to cost you about 20 quid a head. If you're peckish, it's going to cost you about 10 euros a head. Never eaten it, but it gets good reviews. As a hotel, I remember it when it used to be the Northside Hotel. Well, it was a reasonably decent hotel, popular with Americans. Now, we're down on the north side of the city, and I've just walked up from, I just parked my car in the middle of the north side and then strolled up from there, and I haven't been on this side of the city in a long time. Now there was actually the 50th anniversary of this this monument. This is in memory of those people who died in 1974. They died in Dublin and the Monaghan bombings in 1974. It's quite tragic. But it's like yesterday was the 50th anniversary of this. It's very hard to walk around Dublin without getting political, I suppose, or without mentioning some atrocity or otherwise. But I try not to. So we're on Dublin's north side. We're down the end of Talbot Street. Malloy's bar there on the corner, as you can see, is an early house. Early house means that you can get served drink from about 7 o'clock in the morning. There aren't many early houses left in Dublin, but I'm looking at that, the lights are on. So I'm assuming that you can get in there and get yourself a pint. Down the side alley of that, just towards Bassara's bus station, there's the Jacob's Inn, which is a hostel. You can just see it there. Again, if you're looking for something cheap, and again, Dublin, cheap in Dublin, hostels are about 60 quid a night, which to me, and probably to most people, not particularly cheap. Ripley Court Hotel, again, not a bad hotel. Honestly, not even 100% sure whether it's still operating as a hotel. They turned it over to the HSE during COVID, and I'm guessing it is. Again, it's kind of middle of the road. It's not massively expensive, but you're down this end of the city. Now, I actually like this part of the city, and I know a lot of people are going to say it's pretty manky looking. It does need a little bit of TLC, there's no question about that. I haven't been down here in a long time, and yeah, Dublin City Council needs to have a little wander around and see what they can do, because I won't say this was always thriving, but it had got a certain atmosphere to it, which it seems to have lost. Excuse me. Yeah, as I said, I've always liked this part of the city, but at the moment it's not doing it for me. Now, let's just say this, it is very early in the morning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning. We're midway through May. We're midway through May. I think 17th, 18th, thereabouts. So, as you can see, beautiful summer. Beautiful summer in Dublin. But, yeah, no, I'm really not impressed with this part of the city anymore. This isn't selling Dublin. I wouldn't be putting this on the top of a Bord Fáilte tourist track. And yet, in saying that, there's some cracking pubs and some fantastic restaurants along here. There's one particular one coming up on the left-hand side. Now, this is Gardiner Street, and again, this used to be a fantastic place for reasonably cheap hotels. The Otello, Gardiner Gardner Lodge, the Hazelwood. All of these were hotels in their day, and I suppose they've gone through a cycle. This whole area would originally have been, I suppose, home to British gentry back in the day, and then went to a slum in the 1900s, early 1900s, and then revived again in the 70s and the 80s and turned back into hotels. And now it seems to have gone full circle again and come back. A lot of them are being renovated, hopefully back as hotels for tourists, but we'll see. Now, back on the track. There are some decent restaurants down here, no question. One particular one which I will happily vouch for. It also has a restaurant attached to it. It's about a 5-minute walk less to O'Connell Street. Let's get across the road. So, if you look across the road, you will see the Celt. It is a B&B. Again, it would be, I would imagine, if I was to give it stars, and again, I know it from before, I'd give it 2, maybe 3 stars at a push. Not a bad little place. Great location from a location point of view. The Electric Circus, now that's new, because that used to be Le Bon Crubin. Le Bon Crubin was the restaurant that was attached to the Celt. This is all part and parcel of the same building. Let's see if they've changed. They have indeed. Have a little look at that. Now, it's been a long time since I've been in there. A long time since I've been in there. So, Le Bon Crubin absolutely was a great restaurant. Whether it is now or not, I don't know. Celt Lodge, it's a decent spot to stay in if you want to be close to the city. As you can see, Spire straight in front of us, that's O'Connell Street. That's the heart of the north side of the city. So you can't get closer than that. Would I recommend the area? Yes, I would actually. This end of it, absolutely. It's not the worst. It's, I suppose, Dublin, like any city, and I've done this when I'm in Tenerife, the same thing. There's certain areas where you say to people, just watch your phone, watch your handbag, watch whatever. But you do that in any major city. And I think most people get a vibe for a place when they come somewhere, and they'll see whether or not you should be wandering around with your phone, or in my case, my camera, wandering through the streets. But there, from that point of view, no, I don't feel unsafe in the city. There's no question about that. So, as you can see, Dublin's only starting to wake up. As I said, it's around 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:05, and we're coming up towards where the portal is in Dublin City. I think they've turned it off again, the New York portal. There was a few controversial issues surrounding it, and but I'm not going to go down there. I'm going to end up something else. I have a confession to make, and we'll finish up around there. So, as often asked in vlogs, where's the best place to get a pint of Guinness? Where's the best pint of Guinness? Well, my confession, as I've done before, is the fact that I don't like Guinness. I'm the only Irishman who doesn't like it. I think I've drank 3 pints of it in my lifetime. But I will rely on other people to make that decision for me. And this little spot here, the confession box, is apparently where you'll find the best pint of Guinness. There's a bar with souvenirs. I've never seen that before, but still. Allegedly, the best pint of Guinness in Dublin. called the confession box because it's not far from the cathedral here. This is the pro-cathedral, St. Mary's Cathedral. Now, think about this. This is the third cathedral in Dublin. I avoid the Gardaí there for a minute. I'm not sure what's going on there. The area's cordoned off. Never a good sign. So, St. Mary's Cathedral. The crypt, if you're interested, you can actually view the crypt in the basement of this at any time. There's a tour. You can pay a small amount of money, it's not a huge amount, to go in and look at the crypt. There's some... I've done it. Don't ask me why. I have, but I've gone through it. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Interesting people buried in it. Mainly popes and bishops, not popes, bishops and what have you. So to say, this is the third cathedral, St. Mary's Cathedral. You've got Christ Church, you've St. Patrick's, and you have this St. Mary's. And of course, this is onto a back street, which it would have been when it was built back in the day. Wouldn't have been allowed onto an entrance, enter and exit onto a main street because it was Catholic church. So yeah, so that's it. We're going to finish up here. Okay, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notification, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.